Hi, this is Michael at TV Radio 1972 with another radio review. The QFX R-3 AM FM Shortwave Radio. I bought this radio for $11.99 plus tax at PC Richard & Son, which is an electronics store in my area with stores in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and Pennsylvania. As a matter of fact, PC Richard is selling this for around $12, while Amazon is selling it for around $14 at the time of this recording. Now, the reason why I bought this radio, because it looks a lot like another radio I've reviewed before, the Sony ICF-36, which is AM, FM, TV, and weather. It has 2 TV bands. Looks a lot like it. So what I'm going to do is just show you the packaging. Here's the front of the packaging here, the side of the packaging here with their social media on the bottom. More pictures here and on the side. And on the top right here. I'm going to unbox it. Oh, and over here, questions, comments, contact us anytime, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Pacific time, Monday to Friday. Here it is right here. And what I'm going to do is take out the radio. Now, they have some papers in here, including the operating instructions here, and then more operating instructions in Spanish right here, and a warranty paper here. I hope the radio performs better than the way they pack these papers. But I digress. It's in bubble wrap, which is a good thing. And here it is. Now, I'm going to show you a size comparison to the Sony. Right here, here's the side right here, the top of the radio here, and then another side of the radio here. And then the back of the Sony here, the back of the QFX here. So, just as a little comparison of the 2 radios here, well, what I'm going to do is measure it. A little over 9 inches in length, a height of about I'll say about 5.5 to 6 inches, approximately. With the handles a little higher, you're getting close to around 6.5 inches. And then the depth, about 2.5 inches, and a speaker size of about 3 inches. Now here's the front of the radio here. AM 530 to 1600. Shortwave 3.2 to 8.2 and 8.7 to 22 megahertz. And then FM 88 to 108. Power light here. Band selectors here. QFX logo here. On the top of the radio, I don't know what this is back here. It has an antenna over here and a carry handle here. I'm going to measure the antenna. And I'll say about 21 inches. And then go to the side, a tuning wheel here. I'll put it all the way down at the beginning. And then a volume switch. Headphone jack here. Information on the back. Oh, an AC in jack here. That is for the AC adapter cord, which does come with this radio. So that's a good thing. Nothing on the side here. And in the back, this is where I store the batteries. 3D batteries, and here's the AC cord right here. So what I'm going to do is put in the batteries, but I want to make sure this is off because this volume switch here, this volume knob, actually turns on and off the radio as well. So I got to be careful. And now I'm going to turn it on, and I'll start with FM. Whoa, the light is pretty bright.
예수 그리고 박정호의 아무 때 상영 과학적인 목소리를 가지고 촬영하는
Yeah, it has step tuning. Yeah, it's step tuning, so this is indeed a DSP radio. Dial's a little bit off. Not as off as the R3. I mean, that was way off. This is a little bit off.
SW2 Radio take you till midnight. Never knew my old man. Don't let it linger. Just get it up from inside. So meet me inside the 2-point line. Sends it back out.
In the early innings.
Well, I mean, I don't.
Answer your questions.
Oh, it is getting WKXW New Jersey 101.5, so I gotta give it credit. The reception is actually pretty good.
It's, 9 batters in the...
Chase you with the cold.
At 7:40, we'll have tickets for Nick.
WDHA, Dover, New Jersey. Wow. Yeah, the dial's a little bit off in spots, but FM's actually pretty good. I'm a little surprised here. I thought this was going to be a disaster, but we still have 3/4 of the bands to go. So, right now I'm going to try the shortwave since I still have the antenna up. Now, I have just the antenna, so I'm not sure how we'll do with just the antenna, so we'll see. Oh, CHU Canada. Not bad with just the antenna.
Drug. An astounding 20% of all Americans are on at least high. It's got old, archaic language in it.
Thanks for tuning in.
Forgetting your specialization.
You're probably not going to get much on shortwave 2, but I'm going to try. Shortwave, well, I'll give it credit. They did a better job with this than the R9, but nothing too spectacular. And the problem with these DSP tuners, when you tune into shortwave radio, is that you have to tune it real slow and carefully or else you'll miss stations. That's the problem with these DSP radios, at least certain ones. I mean, I was able to get some stations, but there was some FM bleed over or breakthrough in parts of the dial, but not as bad as the other QFX. So, nothing stellar, but a little better than I thought. I thought it was going to be a complete disaster. But let's go to AM. And what I'm going to do for AM is go through the AM band and use my Radio Wow R108 as a frequency checker to identify a few of these AM stations. That's common to have interference in my house like that. That's all that noise you're hearing.
Lunny serves up all your favorites. Shepherd's pie.
That's 570 WMCA.
And of course,
Radio.
beef stew. And your visit wouldn't be complete.
Window cover.
You every step of the way. You're fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you're burning fat and not just losing water. You'll also have access to your doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Dye committed to you keeping the weight off. With multiple
Yeah, the
offices
dial's a
already in
bit
New York,
off,
New Jersey,
but that's
and Connecticut, now
WFAN,
in Staten Island.
New York
It's a
City.
40-day challenge that can last a lifetime.
We know that sitting on the sidelines and hoping things will get better can leave you very vulnerable. This is your hard-earned money we're talking about. Your savings and your retirement. This time, don't be a passive investor. Do something about it.
710 WOR. So yeah, it is off on the AM.
Designed to prepare you.
Whoop. Gotta turn that down. But I'm gonna check this as 740. CFCM, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, 330 miles.
IC up next here on AM 820. It is the World Service from the BBC. For the rest of this evening here in
WNYC, 820, New York City. But look where it is. It's around 6:30.
No bones about the fact that he is much more adept at being a starting pitcher than a reliever, at least in his mind. A lot of his goals as a major league pitcher revolve around being a starter. 2-2.
WCBS 880, New York City. But it's around 660 on this dial.
The campaign's been so negative, but she also says Albertans need to know who the UCP leader is. She says his party leadership election win is under investigation, and also notes the RCMP
900 CHML, Hamilton, Ontario, 337 miles.
$100 bonus offer while supplies last.
Federal Freeze at 9 o'clock on this Saturday, 13th of April. I'm Donna Vaughn, and here's what's happening. No arrests yet after 2 shootings and 2 deaths in Queens today. A construction worker is dead after a horrific accident this morning at a work site in Soho.
WINS 1010, New York City, 1010 wins.
Kicks off his 2020 presidential run while more. Officials say about 12 other people were injured when it
clearly gives Congress a right for the IRS to
Here, some isolation. We discuss Abraham and
God bless you, God.
Whoop. That's music. But is that 1190?
To rejoice and be glad in the day. Make great usage of every moment.
Yep. 1190 WLIB, New York City. Look where it is on the dial.
Make your headway.
Turned over, you got houses off foundations.
Whoop. See if that's 1250. Yep. WMTR Morristown, New Jersey, Classic Oldies 1250. WADO 1280, New York City. Look where it is on the dial. 1330. That's 1380.
Take you anywhere, but it can still drive quality Catholic radio to listeners all across the
Yep, 1430 WNSW Newark. Look where it is on the dial. It's around, not even 1250. 1480 WZRC New York.
Instead of decades, get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Call now at 800-899-8922 for free information. For about 10 years,
WFED, Washington, D.C., 204 miles. It's not even on 1400.
Harrell's still on the floor. Gilgis Alexander gets to the free throw line, thought about a shot, sends it to Harrell on the opposite post, and Montrez will back up against Bogut. Takes him into the lane, righty hook, a long one comes up short.
Go get the rebound. A smart defensive play right there.
1520 WWKB, Buffalo, New York, 280 miles.
Life. There is no situation in the life of any believer that has not been provided for by promises in the Word of God. To prove this, I will quote for you some promises that cover
WFME 1560, New York City.
First of all, Romans 8:32 says,
I think that's 1600. WWRL, New York City, 1600.
Massachusetts. In Boston, most 57, wind southwest at 12. And at Bedford, fair, temperature 68. Wind southwest at 9. In southeast Massachusetts, at Norwood.
Yep, WPYJ 708, Clifton, New Jersey, our travel information station, and it stops at 1630. It didn't go any higher than this. Well, I'll give it credit. It did better than the R9. I mean, that's a disaster. But, nothing real stellar about this radio. I mean, FM reception is there. Don't get me wrong. It does pull in your distant stations. The dial is a bit off in those spots. Shortwave, it's listenable, but a few spots have bleed over or breakthrough from FM, so not as bad as the other QFX I have, but it's there in spots. It does get your stations. As far as AM, it does get your distant stations, but the dial is off, and in some spots it's way off. So there's really nothing still about that either. So would I run out and buy this radio? Well, no, not really. I wouldn't run out and get this radio even for $12. However, if you just want a nice kitchen radio or a nice radio that you don't care if it's lost, or if you take it to the park and lose it, or if you drop it and break it, it's only $12, so if you want that. But otherwise, I can't really give this a high rating. But it's not terrible. Not good, but not terrible. So as far as a rating, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Can't go any higher than that. Because at least it works. At least you're getting reception, but the dial accuracy, the FM bleed through in some areas or breakthrough in some areas of the shortwave dial, even though it's not that bad. And it does get shortwave stations, so I'll give it credit for that. It does get AM stations, even distant ones at night, but I really just couldn't identify some of those distant stations because the dial is way off on AM. So that's my final rating, 4 out of 10. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Have a good weekend, everyone, and God bless. Bye-bye.